Good morning. I realized something last night. I realized that I haven't told the whole story. And partially that's due to privacy. And partially that's due to my sheer stupidity, to be quite honest. In May, I decided to try and start vlogging of last year. Why did I try to start to do that? I tried to start that because I wanted to document what I knew would be one of the most important years of my life. And I knew that the easiest way to do that would be to create a commitment to myself, and create a commitment to you, the audience. What ultimately happened was I let other things get in the way, and I didn't tell any of that story. I hardly have any footage of that. I don't have, and one part of that is I've never really done a lot of video before. Okay, so for the last 8 years, I would call myself an amateur photographer. I've taken photos multiple times in a month, and I'm not talking about on a cell phone or anything, because 8 years ago, not everyone had a camera in their pocket at all times. But I would try and carry a camera around with me. It was not a pocket camera. At least once a month, if not more, to try and take photos. And I mean, I had a lot of fun with that, and I would say that I enjoyed doing those kinds of things, and I've got a lot of great photos from those years. And now I've started to try and do video. And it's new, it's exciting, it's a format I can understand to a degree due to my previous work, but it's different enough that I'm learning new things constantly when I do something wrong. Which, you know, it's so funny when you have those mistakes that are lessons that you touched on in a previous medium. Like right now, the sun is really giving me a hard time, and I'm learning how to deal with that. On the fly, even. Okay. What I realized, though, is that taking video is so much harder than taking a photo, because you have to plan it a little bit more. It's not just snap, click, done. You know, even the planning for your shot may take max a couple of minutes, but sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, you plan for 5 or 6 minutes out, and then you take the photo and it's done. That's it. You're done. The maximum amount of time you've spent on a single photo would be that 5 or 6 minutes, and it was all beforehand. But when you're doing a video, and especially when you're doing a story, a lot of the time you have to do all of the thought process beforehand, which may or may not actually occur in tandem with other things. Like, you might be multitasking with that as a thought in the back of your head, but then you have to like shoot that video, which takes however long that clip is, and then you have to think about the next clip if you're storytelling, right? And what that ultimately does is it constantly keeps you thinking about the next thing, and if you're not in those thoughts, you end up just dropping the video because it's just garbage. It's just not worth it. And especially for someone like me, I end up being such a perfectionist about getting things right. The right way, the mystical right way. There is no mystical right way. It's all in your head. And it took me a long time to get to that point where I realized that thought, and that the pressure was all internal. So, I mean, that's the background to why I stopped in May. Why I did like 3 or 4 vlogs. I'm not even sure how many of those actually made it to YouTube anymore, but I know at least the first one did. possibly the second in some form, and then definitely some cat videos of those vlogs. But not the actual vlog. Yeah, definitely some cat videos. Okay. So I got married in July. And in May I knew I was getting married in July, obviously. And so I decided to try and document some of that, and failed. And that's fine, because I got plenty of other stuff out of this. But what I did learn is that I'm missing video of great memories. And I mean, I have those memories, and hopefully I can retain those memories, but I don't have it on video, I don't have it on YouTube, and some of those things I would be totally happy to share. So that's frustrating to me, but that's besides the point. The real point here is that my lighting is terribly uneven. No. The real point here is that I have a very small amount of my honeymoon on video. That's mostly photos. And that's gonna be mine. You know, that's my memories. I would have shared more if I could have, but I was in the moment. I was 100% in that moment. And my wedding day, I didn't expect to get any video. Let's be honest here. I think I brought my camera, took about 4 photos, and then put it away. And I never got to pick it up again the rest of the night. But I hired a photographer. So he took photos. I got photos. I got like 250 really professionally done photos. And they look great. But as a result, I'm not gonna share most of those with you because I don't feel that YouTube is the right place to be sharing photos. It never has been, it never really should be. The only time you should ever really insert a photo into a video is not in a montage sequence. It should be to help tell your story for when you were too stupid to take a video clip. I myself am included in that. I am absolutely too stupid sometimes to take a video clip. It's like 3-second video would be so much better here than 3-second still image. I wish I had more of this on video. I definitely wish I could have had my camera on me a little bit more frequently when I was at work. Before I lost my job in November, because honestly I think it just would have been cool to record inside of a tech company, and now I don't work for a tech company anymore. When I do find the time, I'm trying to take video now. And I'm trying to carry around my camera at least 3 times a week so that I ensure that I get 2 videos out of it, no matter what their quality is, because right now that's what's important to me. And that'll all be coming. It'll all come together. And I think I'm gonna end my rant, because I think I've definitely spouted at the camera about the difference between my photos and my videos, and I've spouted at the camera about what I wish I could have recorded but didn't. But ultimately, what is important is that I'm dedicated to making videos at least twice a week right now, and maybe more in the future, maybe less in the future. Whatever the case may be, I am definitely dedicated to adding videos to this channel, and I can't wait to get my 100th vlog entry. That's my goal right now. It's a little bit of a short-term one, though I guess at 2 videos a week at 35 weeks, that's not too short-term. That's pretty relatively, because I'm at 30 videos or so right now, so I'd need 70 more. Anyway, I'm gonna head into a place of work. It might be my place of work, but it might not.